Taliban in Afghanistan, they have offered that they are ready to hand over Osman bin Laden to Saudi Arabia if United States drops its sanctions and they have some kind of deal that they want to make with the United States. So do you have any comments?
Let me take that and get back to you on that.
The president has made the decision not to release any of the photographs of the deceased Osama bin Laden, and rather than, first I will give you the language the president used when he was recently interviewed about an hour ago to explain his decision. This is an interview with CBS 60 Minutes, Steve Croft. The president was asked, well, he said that they were discussing when bin Laden's body was taken out of the compound. The president was asked about how they knew it was him, and he said, when they landed, we had very strong confirmation at that point that it was him. Photographs had been taken. Facial analysis indicated that, in fact, it was him. We hadn't yet done DNA testing, but at that point we were 95% sure. Question, did you see the pictures? The president, yes. Question, what was your reaction when you saw them? The president, it was him. Question, why didn't you release them? The president, we discussed this internally. Keep in mind that we are absolutely certain that this was him. We've done DNA sampling and testing, and so there is no doubt that we killed Osama bin Laden. It is important for us to make sure that very graphic photos of somebody who was shot in the head are not floating around as an incitement to additional violence or as a propaganda tool. That's not who we are. We don't trot out this stuff as trophies. The fact of the matter is, this was somebody who was deserving of the justice that he received. And I think Americans and people around the world are glad that he is gone. But we don't need to spike the football. And I think that given the graphic nature of these photos, it would create some national security risk. And I've discussed this with Bob Gates and Hillary Clinton and my intelligence teams, and they all agree. Question, there are people in Pakistan, for example, who say, look, this is all a lie. Obama, this is another American trick. Osama is not dead. The president, the truth is that we were monitoring worldwide reaction. There is no doubt that that bin Laden is dead. Certainly, there is no doubt among al-Qaeda members that he is dead. And so we don't think that a photograph in and of itself is going to make any difference. There are going to be some folks who deny it. The fact of the matter is, you will not see bin Laden walking on this earth again.
There are human limitations to any. This is not the movies. We don't have superpowers, but what we do have is very dedicated people who are working with our allies to try to bring them to justice.
But Osama bin Laden is the one. You keep talking about his lieutenants, and yes, they are very important. But Osama bin Laden is the mastermind of 9/11.
No, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed was the mastermind of 9/11, and he's sitting in jail right now.
When the president had an opportunity to capture or kill Osama bin Laden, he took his focus off of him, outsourced the job to Afghan warlords, and Osama bin Laden escaped. 6 months after he said Osama bin Laden must be caught dead or alive, this president was asked, where's Osama bin Laden? He said, I don't know. I don't really think about him very much. I'm not that concerned. We need a president who stays deadly focused on the real war on terror.
Mr. President.
Gosh, I don't think I ever said I'm not worried about Osama bin Laden. It's kind of one of those exaggerations.
So I don't know where he is. Nor, I just don't spend that much time on him. I repeat what I said. I truly am not that concerned about him.
It's not about agenda. It's not about mobilizing people. It's about dialing for corporate dollars. These two parties have sold the U.S. government and the American people to the highest bidders.
Well, first of all, the Federal Reserve is an independent agency, and that means basically that there is no other agency of government which can overrule actions that we take.
I sincerely believe the banking institutions having the issuing power of money are more dangerous to liberty than standing armies.
Have you ever seen anything
Thomas
so beautiful
Jefferson.
in your whole life?